Did you just get a rebounder and are like, how the heck am I supposed to use this thing? You want to make sure you jump into a nice, safe workout experience? I am here to help. Today I'm going to walk you through rebounding for beginners, the most common mistakes people make. My name is Sydney and I'm a rebounding fitness instructor and I've been teaching for almost 10 years now. I truly love rebounding workouts because they just make you feel like you are having so much fun, you don't even feel like you're working out. And my mission is just to share that joy with you all. So if you just got a rebounder, I am seriously so excited for you. Remember, be patient with yourself. When you're trying something new, you're not going to get it right away, but also congratulations for trying something new. It's hard to do that and you did it. So seriously, kudos. I'm going to help you, walk you through everything that I can think of that will make you feel comfortable on your rebounding journey. If you're looking for workouts, I post a lot of different intensity levels, so beginner, all levels, intermediate on my YouTube channel. Or if you're looking for more, I also have an app where there's over 300 rebounding and strength workouts. So depending on what you're looking for, I have beginner workouts for you on both platforms. But just to get started, check out YouTube, go to a beginner workout and just bounce with me there. But let's go over the most common mistakes and help you right away. So, number one is pounding too hard on the rebounder. The whole point of rebounding workouts is that it's low impact. So to do that, you still have to make sure you have right form, because I can get a rebounder and go like this and it's not low impact, okay? So key thing is form. Athletic stance. You want your hips slightly back, knees slightly bent, full foot onto the rebounder, and then as you're landing, you're gonna have that slight bend in the knee, and it's gonna take out the impact. So the mat absorbs a lot of the impact, but you wanna make sure you're landing nice and softly. A key to do this is that you won't be hearing too much pounding. If you're going really hard, you'll hear it, okay? So just like somebody's holding you up on a string, and you're just nice, lightly tapping the rebounder, okay? So it's almost like you're tiptoeing. So that's number one. Number two, calves. A lot of people lean onto the tippy toes, which makes your calf so sore, but also puts a lot of pressure onto the knees. So making sure your full foot is onto the mat. You don't want your heels, you don't want your toes, you want your toes and heels driving into the mat. Okay? So don't come like this. There are some moves where you move forward, but you're still making sure that full foot is coming down, making sure we give those calves a break. Next thing, a lot of people think you're just like this, just like you're a kid again on the trampoline. There's nothing wrong with that. You can jump like that, but make sure you're bracing your core, because a lot of people get pain in their lower back, and the reason they're getting that is because they're not bracing here. So what you want to do, brace your core. So there's a couple ways to think of this. Think of sucking your belly button in. Also, you'll feel that it's harder here, or brace like somebody's about to punch you and you're bracing for that impact, okay? So focus on mind to muscle connection in the core, keeping that core engaged. If you're jumping up like this, make sure that core is engaged. So you can stay up here, but what we like to do is stay in that athletic stance. So you want to keep your head low. Again, your hips back to that form, knees out, full foot onto the mat, and then you do the moves like this. So again, see how it's more of an intense workout because you're in that athletic stance, whereas if you're up here, it's a little more loosey-goosey. You can do that, but again, just focus on the key safety features to make sure there's no injuries. Another thing to focus on is shoulders down and back. So it's like you have a pencil here in your shoulder blades and you're squeezing that pencil because you don't want that curved back, or else you're gonna feel a lot of tension in the upper back. Okay, so core engaged, shoulders down and back. Another way to think of that is chest proud, like you're showing off your chest, neck neutral. Don't be looking up, straining it, because you can already feel that that'll be a lot. Especially if you're following a video, you don't want to have your head twisting like as you're watching the video, because that could create too much tension on one side. The other common mistake people make is increasing the intensity way too quick. Again, you're trying something new, so start off with like 5 to 10 minutes a day. Rebounding looks easy, but I promise you it gets the heart rate up so quick. You'll be dripping sweat, so just again, start nice and slow. Start with 10, 15, slowly work your way up, see how you feel. Don't jump right into an intermediate workout without knowing form and causing injuries. So starting slow and steady is key. The other common mistake people make, and I'm sorry if you've already done this, but they purchase a bad quality rebounder. There are some rebounders out there that are pretty much like you're jumping on the floor because they're so firm. You can still use it, but you're just not gonna get that low impact workout because it's that firm. There are some you can get from certain stores that are like $50, and then they're a band, but the band is so tight it doesn't even add that, it doesn't even give you that bounce. Or there's some springs that are so firm out there. So when purchasing a rebounder, just make sure you get the right one. There are different levels. There's some that are like $500+ that will last forever. There are still budget-friendly options, but just make sure you're looking that it checks all the boxes, like that it's bungees, not springs. Some people love springs, and that is fine. I just personally would only recommend bungees because of my experience with springs. I just feel they are always more firm, but I haven't tried them all, so to each their own. But I personally recommend looking for bungees. I like a wider mat as well. I find 48 inches, especially for this brand, is a softer jump than the 40 inches because it's just a little more firm. If you're starting out too, you might want to get one that comes with a safety bar. So this brand does as well. So safety bars is something you can hold on to while you're getting comfortable. But if you have a safety bar, make sure you're not leaning into that bar. You just want to hold it there for support. So you're barely any pressure into the arms. You're just holding it for that peace of mind and to catch in case anything happens. Another common mistake is sometimes people have their feet too close or too wide. So you want it right about hip width apart. So your hips look down and you're gonna want it right there. Another common mistake is improper footwear. So everybody is different, and I get a lot of comments about the shoes I wear. You can do barefoot. There are benefits to barefoot, like it strengthens your foot. I used to wear barefoot shoes for like 5 years, so there are benefits for sure. But I personally just wear shoes purely because I don't want to wear bare feet when I film. I know it's weird, but that's seriously it. But also some people need more support as well. So people ask me what trainers. So if you were to do a regular floor workout, those trainers are great if that's what's comfortable for you and if barefoot tends to hurt. Some people get pain in the arches, so that just means you might need some support, or it'll just take a little bit of time to train. So pretty much the common mistakes always come down to form. Form for any workout. So it's not just rebounding. Don't be overwhelmed. It's anything you do. You just want to make sure you're maintaining proper form. So I'm going to go over everything, even though I did a little bit, but just everything. So feet hip width apart, full foot driving into the mat, toes and heels, knees coming out. You don't want them caving in. So knees out, hips back, core engaged, chest proud, shoulders down and back, neck neutral. So you got this. That's what you want to focus on. And as you start to move, it'll always come into play. So there's so many different moves we go through, like in and out, scissors, side to side. But for everything, I'm still maintaining that form. Okay? So again, really make sure your knees don't cave, drive them out. You always want to make sure you do a nice warm up and cool down. A lot of people also ask, especially if you're a mom, sometimes there's a little bit of leakage, and that is completely normal. Rebounding actually strengthens the pelvic floor, so over time it can get stronger. But if it's something you're actually you have a specific issue with or are very concerned about, definitely ask a professional just to be safe. But again, just know that leakage is normal and it will get stronger as your pelvic floor gets stronger. I hope this helped. Those are the most common mistakes that I see when rebounding. So again, form is pretty much everything. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below and I am here to help. Happy jumping, and I am so excited for you.